What's going on, guys? This is Pac Joel at Galaxy Gaming, coming at you with a deck profile for Robbie Riley. He made day 2 at the UDS in Indianapolis with WITCHCRAFTer. No one's seen that coming, but he made it all the way, and no one was really prepared for that. And probably a lot of people don't even know what to do against it. So he's going to go over the deck profile, and he's also going to probably tell a little bit of combos you can do with it with his little spicy text he got. So anyway, go ahead, Robbie, whenever you're ready.
All right, for the deck, just one pottery, 3 Patois, and 3 Shemitah. They all do the same spec on field. You tribute itself, and then dispel from hand to special summon a Witchcrafter from deck. Even another baby. A lot of times you'll draw a bunch of spells that'll add back at the end phase. So you can go Patois into Shemitah into another big one like Hain or Vidire, just to get more stuff in grave, because these have grave effects as well, which is add a card back if you have no cards in your hand. You get to banish them to do this. Draw a card, ditch a card, Witchcrafter card, and then Foolish Barrel, any Witchcrafter card. And finally, these are the boss monsters. I don't play Golem, as I said before, or Adel, just because like these are just the best. This is like Zodiac Dryden. It targets, discard a spell, target any face-up card in the field and destroy it. And then it also has the effect that you can't target other spellcaster type monsters you control, or is it Witchcrafter? I think spellcaster. With the spellcasters with card effects. So if you have 2 of these, it's a soft lock. You can't target any of my cards anymore, my Witchcrafter or spellcaster. And this is it's like a blanket effect for like effect failure or skill drain. It's really good. And plus that she has an effect to gain attack and defense and damage calculation. That's it for the Witchcrafter. Next to the hand traps, I play the Gamma package and 2 Ogre. Just the best hand traps, I think. And plus, like I said before, my monsters tribute is cost, so this is just live at all times. Plus, this won me most of my duels at the ODS, surprisingly enough. I didn't really explain that in the first video, but this was just so good. Like, people would go into like their Soryuja in the Guard Dragon combos, and then you just use this on them, and they're done. I even had a player make like a new chick that negates monster effects. I don't know why, Appaloosa, and then went through his whole Guard Dragon play, and then went into Soryuja to try to push her more, which I don't blame him for doing that, because the board would have ended with like Abyss and Appaloosa, and this just hit the Soryuja, and it was over with. Card's too good. So for the monsters, next I played for the Witchcrafter spells. I played 3 of the Add, 3 of the Monster Born. This bounces back spells and traps up to the amount of Witchcrafter monsters I currently control. And this is like the best one in the deck. Like I said, a lot of people play 1 of this. I want to play 2 of this because a lot of times you have to tribute from the field in order to get its effect, or rather get the monster's effect if there's no more spells in play. Because there's times where you honestly open up a spell that's like a Foolish Barrel Good or something like that, and then a monster like Shemitah. So you would use Shemitah's effect, pitching this to the graveyard, or better yet, drawing something like this instead. Pitch that to the graveyard to special summon one from your deck. Then Shemitah effect with Foolish Barrel this. And at the end phase, this come back. So now you have no more spells in your hand, because like I said, sometimes you just won't open up enough spells. And this on the field, you have to use this on the field effect to send to the graveyard to use Hain to pop or Vary to negate. And now you no longer have this protection, which is why a lot of times I wish I had 2 of this, because in the middle of the duels, either you open up another one of this, or you have a way to send another one like Foolish Barrel Goods or whatever. It's really good to have 1 in the field and then 1 just to pitch. Really, you can actually both on the field at that point, and then you can send 1 and still have the protection effect. This is the best. That's what I wanted to have, which I didn't have on the entire weekend. Next is the 2 Foolish Barrel Goods. This card's still in the graveyard. It is. It's just the best card to send by street, or any card that you're missing. If I ended up sending the by street off of the Shemitah, I would just send like the Monster Born card instead. Just get each one in play. 1 of each is the best. Next, I'll just throw these out there. I played 4 different field spells. I thought this would be the best card there. It ended up being very good, but I wouldn't say the best. This came up a couple times. I tried out the main deck too many of them. Some people in the deck profiles, when I watched them talk about my deck profile from a different one, they were asking like why I only played 1 of this. Mainly because like I wasn't trying to win on this card. I didn't want people to remember, hey, he was playing Witchcrafter. Oh no, wait, he was playing mine. No, I was playing Witchcrafter. But this card was, like I said, really good in time, especially when I won the side deck. I side 2 more. The idea is when my opponent makes a huge board that says you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh, I like to be able to play Yu-Gi-Oh, so I play this card. Next, 2 Super Poly. Like as I said before, this was one of the most blowout cards in the main deck. Some people try to out this by making Crystal Wing instead of the Abyss, but then they made Appaloosa as well, and that still out of that. I wish I played 3 though in the main deck. It was really good. Even making Mud Dragon all the time. Oh yeah, even against Sash Trigger, I should mention that. it wasn't terrible. So I would bring out the Hain instead of V-Ray against them. Hain is pretty terrible against them to begin with, so it pops a face-up card. There's no reason to pop any cards. But I was able to, whenever they normal summon Ray, I was able to use my Hain and their Ray to make the Starting Venom, which is not bad. Reasoning, again, my favorite card in the deck. I didn't hit any hand traps on this the entire day, besides one time when I needed it. There was a time I was under, there can only be one, and I thought to myself, I thought at first I can activate this, and I was like, wait a minute, yeah I can, because I have other cards in deck, like, that are non-spellcasters I can use this with, and if I hit a spellcaster, I'm pretty sure it just goes to the graveyard. So I used this, thinking I might hit Driver, and the third card in was Driver, and it helped me win the duel. It was hilarious. Terraforming, obviously if I played enough field spells, might as well. 3 call by, because again, my monsters are true at its cost. I'd lose the Ash Blossom, and this is just so good against Orcus, and it would have been good against Salamangreat too, against the Foxy effect that actually beat me on the second day. Everybody used Foxy, the 3 Salamangreat players I played against, obviously, and they all drew it early or searched it, and it got into play, and it was just terrible. I needed this card, I needed to see it. 2 of this, some people were asking like why I didn't play 3. Some people even said like you could not afford a 3. Surprisingly enough, these aren't even mine. I'm borrowing them. I personally still would maybe only play 2, only because like if I end up drawing multiples, what I find is I have to have a discard spell most of the time, and if I don't see my other ones, like even nowadays, like if there's even at locals, there's times where I see both of these, I have no better discard outlet, so I would have to discard another one of these, the second one, in order to play, which wouldn't be that bad. So maybe you could play 3, but I tried 2 and it worked out. Next for the traps, Metaverse, this is really good. And again, this was so good to just bring out Secret Village on my opponent's turn. And I think a couple times I brought out mine too, which sometimes it was OP as well. Next for the extra, I'll just go through this real fast. This is all super targets almost. 3 Starting Venom, 1 Draco Stapelia. 3, this was so good. This tax kind of sucks, but it just out of board was just so good. And Hain to pop the last card in the field or something like that was even better. 2 of this, I only made it once. I guess by 3 I played. It was okay, but I couldn't push enough for game, unfortunately. The Omega, because I played the Gamma package, and then these are the cards I didn't summon at all. I do want to explain this, because everybody's talking about why I played these. My reasoning behind it was I thought to myself, especially Game 3, when I'm playing against someone I'm playing Super Poly against, I didn't want to bring out Starting Venom against them and leave that in my extra monster zone. So I thought to myself, if I have another Super Poly, again, it didn't come up because it didn't matter. I won up the first Super Poly. But if I had the second Super Poly in my hand, or obviously I'm going to set it, I want to get rid of my Starting Venom or whatever I made up in the extra monster zone. I'll just use one of my Witchcrafter monsters that I had on the field. A lot of times, again, I could bring out the V-Ray or the Hain, link that away with the Super Poly target I made the first time into this, holiday back my V-Ray or Hain, whichever one was on the field, and then set a Super Poly, and I still have 2 zones now, really only need 1 open, to be able to go into my second Super Poly to be able to out my opponent's board. What I didn't want to do was have to leave a Starting Venom on the field and then only use one of the Dark Monsters plus my monster to make a second one. That was my reason of playing these. I only played 2 because, again, this could have been 2 beat cop, 2 land P, it didn't matter. I just had 1 of each, and I played Extravagant, so I want to at least have 1 available. Next for the side, 2 pranks, they were good. This was terrible, don't play this. 3 evenly, 2 roll decree, 2 summon limit. The 2 mines and the poly. I guess I should have main deck 3 of this. I like main deck in 1 of this, it was fine. If it was my decision, if I can actually play against all these negate boards, I wouldn't play any of this card. This card's utterly trash. I say that because everybody hates it, and I hate playing it myself. But that's the side that this won me most of my duels. This was a blowout. This was trash, like I said. And this only won me 1 duel. That's because I played against some Mystic Mine, Wave Motion Cannon Burn thing, and it was just this, again, stopped all his traps, and it was great. So that's my profile.
All right, well, you heard it from the Witchcrafter King himself, Robbie Riley. A lot of people were saying, like, oh, that's not the prime build of Witchcrafter. Well, I don't think it really matters too much because that just proved that theory wrong. I mean, Robbie made it to day 2, had a lot of good matchups and beat a lot of good players. Any shout-outs you want to give for your day in Indianapolis there, Robbie?
I messed up at the end of Bortles thing. I said Team GG. It's because we kind of made a new one, which is the man behind the cameras YouTube channel, but we're actually Team United We Duel.
Get a look at that shit there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's Team United We Duel, obviously. Everybody who came with me to the event, person who drive, Dylan Hurst, he's awesome. Gotta shout him out. And then just our game store, Galaxy Games.
Exactly. Hey, well, thanks, Robbie Riley. You have a good night, man, and thank you for the deck profile. Thanks, buddy. Peace.